Welcome to the Why Coaching Works podcast. My name is Monty Wyatt, and I'm here to take you on a journey into the world of coaching, exploring its many different facets and uncovering its profound impact on individuals, businesses, and executives alike. We'll be delving into real-life case studies combined with in-depth research from coaching experts to give you a better understanding of why coaching works today. So if you're ready to begin your exploration into the power of coaching, then let's get started. Before we start today's episode, here's a short message from Adding Zero's Executive Development. As CEO, you demand performance and results from your team. If you're committed to developing a cohesive, driven organization that achieves successful outcomes every single month, we need to talk. It's time to see how organizational and executive development from Adding Zeros can help. We focus on strategic planning, executive coaching, team alignment and engagement, organizational culture, and clarity of implementation. Contact me, Monty Wyatt, by booking an appointment at AddZerosNow.com. That's AddZerosNow, AddZerosNow.com. If you're ready, now is the time. I have 2 coaching spots available for 2024. Lock in your team today. Now let's begin today's episode. Welcome to the Why Coaching Works podcast monthly educational bonus. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Monty Wyatt. If you're a CEO, executive, or business owner, then this is the show for you. We call our audience the achiever because you're always striving for the next level. In today's episode, we're going to talk about 6 traits that great CEOs use to manage themselves and their time. Time is your most valuable asset. Every one of us has the same amount of time. We just use it differently. So I want to share with you 6 critical things that the great CEOs, the most productive CEOs, do to help them be productive. Number 1 is they live by their calendar. They put all their meetings, their projects, their calls into that calendar, and they stick to the timing that they put into their calendar. So they live by their calendar. Number 2, they know and have clarity of their priorities for the week, for the month, for the quarter, for the year. They know exactly what their priorities are and where their time should be spent. Yes, you're always going to have fires, but they know what their 80% of their time should be spent on, and it's their priorities. Third item is they delegate and empower the right responsibilities to the right person or positions. This is a powerful thing. You got to look at it as return on time. Where is your time best spent? So delegate and empower others to do certain actions for you. One great trait that is used by a lot of CEOs is they have an assistant that manages their calendar. They fill their spots. They manage their email. So that's a great way to delegate and empower your assistant. The next trait of great use of time is say no or not now. Critical point here is you've got to know what your priorities are so you can say no to things and yes to things at the appropriate times. This is the power of saying no and knowing when and how to make progress. The next item is they have productive meetings. They live by meeting standards. They start on time, they end on time. They have agendas. They have decision making. Meetings are made for decision making. So they have productive meetings. So make sure that you have a purpose on that meeting and every meeting that you have. The last item that I'm going to share today is they lead the organization. What I mean by this and how this relates to time is our employees want to know where we're headed and what the status of our business is. So you've got to set aside time each week to share, each month to share where we're headed, what the status is of our business, and communicate clearly to our organization for inspiration, for direction, and for energy to that team. So I want to repeat those 6 areas that great CEOs use to maximize their time. Number 1, they live by their calendar. Number 2, they know their priorities. Number 3, they delegate and empower. Number 4, they say no or not now to certain things. Number 5, they have productive meetings. And number 6, they lead their organization by communicating clearly in a routine manner. So I want to challenge you to focus on at least one of these areas to improve your use of your time and your effectiveness. So thank you for joining me today. Keep up the great work, and let's work on our time and self-management. Thank you for listening to the Why Coaching Works podcast. I hope this episode has helped you see that individual, business, and executive impact, growth, and development that coaching provides. Please take a second to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Each review helps me impact more people just like you and make a difference in this world. See you on the next episode of Why Coaching Works.